in before.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That
it
smells awful.
bad.
No, you first.
3, 2, 1.
Top 10 unusual Chinese foods you won't believe they eat. Talking about food for sure will be very exciting for so many of you, and even me too. I love eating good food. But I can guarantee that after today's video, you literally would not feel like eating anything for the whole day. That is because today we will talk about the top 10 unusual Chinese foods you won't believe they eat. Now, this is the kind of food that will make you take your eye out of their sockets and wash them. But hey, let's watch the video first, eh? But before going on with our video, hit that subscribe button to watch more videos like this one. Now, let's get going. The Chinese are very well known for eating weird foods, and recent outbreak of the coronavirus is said to have been a result of some strange Chinese eating habits too. With that being said, let's start with our number 10 for today's list. Number 10. Giant snakehead soup, seigang. We begin our list with a rather disturbing food item, a giant snakehead soup. If you thought snakes are best left alone, then you really do not know the Chinese. Not satisfied with eating anything that walks, they also eat things that slither too. In fact, for the Chinese, the creepier, the crawlier, the tastier it will be. This is the reason why snakehead soup is such a preferred delicacy in China. The dish is called seigang and made with 5 different snakes. Snake soup is boiled, at least it is boiled, thank goodness, with other ingredients like chicken, pork bones, and spiced out to be a very flavorful dish. The dish is best and mostly eaten in winter. Would you even ever think of having a go at snake soup? Be honest. Well, some have, and they say it tastes exactly like chicken, and I guess I'll take their word for it. Number 9. Silkworms. We all should know this by now. When it comes to eating habits, either the Chinese are confused or their palates have a life of their own. While silkworms in China are actually considered auspicious, and there is also a silkworm god that many Chinese people pray to, they would not really hesitate to steam up a bowl of the divine. Considered also a delicacy, the Chinese have been harvesting them for years now. The mulberry silkworm is especially found in huge abundance in China. Suggested by the name, mulberry silkworms feed on mulberry trees and are laborious to harvest for manufacturing silk. But every once in a while, they might also find themselves popped into an oven too, or maybe even in a skillet with some beans or something. Number 8. Pidan. To an American, this black egg might look like a strange thing to put in your mouth. Not all food that is eaten by the Chinese. Bizarre. Take a look at this one, Pidan. Pidan, also known as century eggs or thousand-year eggs, are pickled duck or chicken eggs. These are quite refreshing, or at least that is what the Chinese say. A traditional Chinese delicacy, Pidan is made by a complex touring process that takes a lot of care not to break an egg. The eggs are mixed with a combination of boiled condiments like rice husk, green tea, salt lime, and honey dong powder. Ugh, whatever that is. Hold on to your buckets for the next part. The eggs are then covered with literal mud and preserved for almost 40 days. Pidan is in great demand around the world and is regarded to have medicinal properties. The next time when you are in China, why try a boring poached egg when you can actually enjoy Pidan? Number 7. Bird spit soup. Did you guys know that a bird's spit makes a great soup? That is what they say at least. The edible Indian swiftlet is a bird highly prized in the Chinese culture. What is so great about it? Well, this unique little bird makes its nest entirely out of saliva and when solidified is edible. Not just China, birds' nests is a worldwide delicacy that costs an unbelievable $2,000 to $10,000 a pound. This bird's nest soup has a subtle sweet and gelatinous flavor that can cost almost $100 to $150 per serving. I'll pass on this one too. Number 7. Skewed Scorpions. If you are walking down the street in Wang Fujing, China, chances are that the restaurants will serve up anything that you can name. As said before, the Chinese will eat anything that walk, crawl, slither, or for this one especially, swim, and that includes venomous scorpions too. Wang Fujing is a famous shopping district in China, and this is exactly where you can get your hands on the best scorpions. Here, you can choose from many different skewered fried scorpions. complete with sting intact, or even better yet, still crickets, starfish, spiders, the actual scorpions. In China, this is what common street food looks like. Okay. Number 6. Stinky Tofu. It literally has the word stinky in its name. Don't expect a lot from this. I'm warning you. This is the kind of dish that would literally make your fingers stink for days. If you wouldn't have it, then the Chinese would love to have it. Cho tofu, or stinky tofu, is a favorite delicacy among Chinese. Not surprised. Stinky tofu has pungent, blue, smelly cheese that can literally overwhelm you and make you gag as soon as you put it in your mouth. I think foods like stinky tofu should come with a warning. But still, if you decided to taste some, prepare your nose to be blasted with stinky smells, and especially the ones that will stay with you for weeks. Yikes! Number 5. Chicken's testicles. What did I just say? Ugh. If you thought the foods I mentioned earlier were bizarre, keep your ears open for this one, because Chinese also eat chicken testicles. You heard me, chicken testicles. I know, it sounds bizarre and downright gross too. What can be termed as food for the brave, chicken testicles are a common fare in restaurants throughout Hong Kong. Some people say they taste like chipolata, which is like a French sausage. Boiled, roasted, grilled, or fried, the Chinese can have the chicken testicles in any way they like, but if you would like to try some, have them with noodles or rice. Best of luck, buddy. Number 4. Animal penises. Someone get me out of here, please. Threaded on a stick, grilled, and served hot. Found in an understated building next to Beijing's West Lake is Guoli's Wang, China's first restaurant dedicated to penises. On the menu is donkey, yak, bull, and dog penis, as well as testicles. Beginners might find themselves steered toward a hot pot or selection plate of different kinds of members. They can come boiled in broth or fried. The flavor of the penises has been reported as being pretty much non-existent, with the texture being a drawback. Chewy, gelatinous, and gristly, they're not even the most tender cuts of meat. Ugh, I can never. Number 3. Chicken's feet. And we're on to feet now, huh? What is this fetish? Well, chicken's feet are a common food that Chinese eat. You will find this in any food market, especially night markets, and it also comes pre-packed in shops for that tasty on-the-go snack. Complete with toenails. Irresistible, right? Ugh. Yep, nothing about chicken's feet sounds particularly appetizing. However, when in China, it's a must-try. How to eat them, though? Easy. Simply watch the locals and learn. Place the entire foot in your mouth. Chew, suck, crunch, everything. Swallow the good bits, and then spit the rest out on the floor, table, or plate. Just do what your local companion does, and you can't go wrong. Number 2. Duck tongues. It intrigues me why anyone would go through the effort involved to remove the tongue from a duck, just to make a dish out of them. However, it's a common food in China. If you are out dining with Chinese friends, they will often offer you the duck's head, especially if you are the senior person on the table. This is a fiddle, but it's actually delicious. At least that's what's commonly said about it. It's also commonplace to order duck tongues, often stir-fried. This consists of the tongue itself along with connecting muscles, which have been painstakingly removed from the duck's mouth prior to cooking. Number 1. Fish lips. At this point, I don't have a clue what goes on in Chinese minds. Like duck tongues, it seems like a lot of work for something so small. However, with fish lips, and also cheeks, you would normally order an entire fish, and this would be the most desirable part to eat, I think. Some species of fish are preferred because they have particularly tasty lips. In fact, some Chinese diners will often order a whole fish, eat the lips, and maybe cheeks, then leave the rest of the fish untouched. Personally, I enjoy eating fish, so would never waste any. What do you think of these bizarre Chinese foods? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification whenever we post a new video.